Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much and welcome to another episode where we talk about investments, we talk about businesses, we talk about entrepreneurship, we talk about anything to do with finances. In general, we talk about money, right? We talk about money. And ladies and gentlemen, today I want to hit the nail on the head because guess what the topic? 6 undisputable, let me put it on the whiteboard. 6 facts six facts about money that you cannot dispute, that you cannot dispute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, these facts that I'm gonna share with you here are facts about money. Facts. You know, a fact is a fact. A fact is something that you cannot go against. The fact remains that God exists. All right, so that is a fact, and there is no way you can dispute that. All right, not unless you are not a Christian, you can be able to dispute that. So in this particular platform or in this particular video, I want us to talk about 6 facts about money that you're not going to dispute. And if you want to dispute, you can dispute it in the comment section and tell us why. Why do you have a negative or a different opinion about the facts that I'm going to share here? All right. So ladies and gentlemen, this is another reason that you should stay subscribed in this particular channel. All right. And if you're seeing me for the first time, my name is John Mweri. I'm a professional accountant with ex-FinOp accountancy and insurance consultancy. All right. And therefore, my work is to just come here with a pen and a whiteboard and talk about these particular things that you're seeing here on the whiteboard, whether to do with finances, investment portfolios, to do with businesses, and so on and so on. And sometimes I carry my notes where I have a lot of topics to present or some points to present. And therefore, that's why I suggest that you watch this video until to the end so that you can get what I want to say. So let's get to the business of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the first fact, because I have long points here, I'm not going to be writing. I'm just going to write some small things on the whiteboard. We have our first fact. All right, and this one says like this: gradual growth is better than instant growth. All right, or instant starts. Let me just put it. Number one, gradual growth is better than instant start. You get what I'm saying here? Now, gradual growth is better than instant start. Now, you know, I like giving examples because, you know, this one is a fact, by the way, but there is someone who is going to dispute with this particular fact. But let me just give you an example so that by the time you are disputing, at least you have something to dispute. You have something that you want to go against, right? So assuming that you have a business, let's call it a car business, you know, a car business, right? Now, you get into a car business, or probably not necessarily a car business, even a manufacturing business, all right? Now, compare this. You have these businesses here, a car business and a manufacturing business. Now, someone comes and gives you 5 million Kenya shillings or even 20 million Kenya shillings and tells you, go and start that car business that you want to start. You know, this is somebody has just given you an instant cash of 20 million and has told you, go and start that business. Remember, previously, you have never done that particular business, or if you have done business, you have never done this kind of a business, a car business or a manufacturing industry, but someone has given you money, like 20 million Kenya shillings, to specifically start that business that you want to start. Remember, you don't have previous experience about that particular business, and therefore the probability of you becoming successful in that particular business, it's very low. The probability of you becoming successful in that particular business, either car business, manufacturing, or whichever business that you start with that a lot of money, with no experience, and you have never done it, or you don't even have experience to do with entrepreneurship as business, the probability of you becoming successful in that particular business is very low. Now, compare with this person who we are calling gradual growth, who has some gradual growth. This is someone who started from the scratch, and therefore this person has studied the dynamics of this particular business. This person has seen the advantages, has seen the challenges, this person has make losses. This person has ameanguka, akaamuka, akafanya nini, you know. This person has even have some legal disputes and so on and so on. And therefore, you don't know anything. You have not endured the challenges of this particular business. You have not gone through the challenges. You don't know the dynamics of this particular business. You don't know how this particular business behaves in recession and in depression and whichever. I don't know. We normally call them the dynamics of business, where the business can go up or go down, you know. So you have not studied how the business is going to behave in different economic situations, all right? But this person who has some gradual growth, this person who started from the scratch, has studied the business right from the beginning. So the person knows the challenges of the business and so on and so on. Therefore, if anything comes along in that particular business, this person can be able to handle that business in a better way compared to you, because you know, you don't know, you are just given money and you are told to start. Then you thought because you see someone's car yard is making a lot of profits and you see customers getting in and getting out with cars, and actually you think that person is making a lot of profits, and then you think, let me start mine. I have 20 million, I can start with a few cars. And then to your surprise, you realize that it's actually a very hard business with no knowledge and probably someone to guide you. So what could you have done in that particular case? So money is not everything here. You can be even having 100 million, but if you don't know how to use that 100 million, it becomes very hard for you and you actually get to lose all that cash, all right? So what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to do a comprehensive research about that particular business, get to understand what kind of a business that you're getting in, get to understand the dynamics of that particular business, get to understand the advantages and disadvantages, get to understand what are the challenges that normally affect that particular business so that you can be able to maneuver. Now, talk to those people who are operating such similar kinds of business, and they can tell you these are the loopholes, this is where the roof leaks, this is where you need to take care of. They can give you some experience, they can share. You know, kuna watu wanaingia tu kwa biashara pap, anaingia like unaona venye unaweza ingia choo kwa sababu umekazwa. You know, you get into a business without asking questions, and then you just saw someone, hey, you're making a lot of profits, and then you just get into a business. You know, that is why a lot of people are going to fail in entrepreneurship. So ladies and gentlemen, gradual growth, where you start something from the scratch, you study it, and then you're, oh, this is how it works. Okay, then you make a mistake, you get into holes, you come out of holes. Then when you're getting into holes and coming out, you are learning something. But compared to instant start, whereby you're giving a lot of money and then you're told, put the stock there and wait for customers. You know, it becomes very hard for you to maneuver. And when problems comes, it becomes very hard for you to overcome those particular challenges. So ladies and gentlemen, our point number one, very strong. Gradual growth is better than instant start when it comes to a business. So are you still disputing? Let me hear your let me get your thinking on the comment section. Now, let's get to the second fact about money that you didn't know, and it's very much undisputable. Now, a piece of land, it's not a piece of bread. Oh my Jesus. Now let me put this one on the whiteboard. Yeah. So number two, a piece of land is not a piece of bread. You know. Now, a piece of land is not a piece of bread. Now, what am I trying to say here? I don't actually mean a piece of land, like, you know. Now, if you compare land and bread, that is what you are supposed to compare. Now, land is a long-term asset. Land is an asset, but a bread is just something to eat. So what am I saying here? When you get into a business, that involves sales of big assets like land, building, you know, assets dealing with inventory and so on and so on, heavy inventory and so on and so on. Why am I saying that is not a piece of bread? Now, you know, a bread is a basic need. And people are going to buy bread daily. You know, people are going to buy bread daily, and any other thing that you can compare with bread, you know, daily food, for example, bread, food like potatoes, you know, such things, clothes, these are things that people buy on a daily basis. But land, it's not something that people buy on a daily basis. That is why I'm saying land is not bread, or a piece of land is not a piece of bread. So there is no way you can compare business with some small businesses. For example, what am I saying here? If you enter into a business that is going to deal with such assets such as land, buildings, supermarkets, or such big businesses, you cannot compare them with SMEs or small and medium enterprises. What is this point supposed to teach you? It is supposed to teach you what we call patience. All right? Patience. A piece of land is not a piece of bread. You know, when you decide, it's generally, if I just go to the direct meaning, if you decide to buy bread and sell it, you're going to sell it faster than if you decide to buy land and sell it. So buying land and selling it is going to take you a lot of time. Now, buying bread, that one is something that has to be eaten actually in the same day. So it's going to take you just a few hours to sell the bread. All right. So here, when you get to business, you need what we call patience. And this is where the problem comes in. When people start businesses, they want them to make millions for them in the first few months. 2 months, you are already making abnormal profits. You saw a shop that was customers are going in and coming out with stock, and then you think that person is making a lot of money, and then you think, now why should I not start mine and make the same profit that guy is making? Now you see a car wash operating somewhere and see magari zimepakiwa pale, zimeoshwa, zimeng'ara, and customers love this car wash. Now why should I not start mine and I have money? All right, but have you gone to ask that particular person who owns that particular car wash, how long did it take you to be here for you to gain these kind of customers? Probably that business has taken almost 5 years for it to have such kind of clients. But you think you're just going to open a car wash, and in the next few months or few years, you're just going to have a lot of people. In the next few months, you're going to have a lot of cars coming in and going out, and it wants to be, you get what I'm saying. So a piece of land is not a piece of bread. So when it comes to some businesses, it requires patience. A lot of people are not going to make it in entrepreneurship and business world because of their view in terms of business is not practical. You did not make a SMART goal because you did not give it time. Remember SMART. You're supposed to give your business time for it to make some profits for you. When you start a business, actually, you are supposed to give it that time that it needs for it to grow, and so that people can know that you actually exist. So what you're supposed much to concentrate on is building a brand that people can trust and actually say, that is where I go. Ile unasemanga, if I want to buy clothes, hakuta place ingine naendanga, I normally go there. If I want to buy phone, I normally go to my dealer there. If I want a lawyer, I normally go to so and so. So that is a brand that you have. There is something that you have recognized that you cannot go beyond a particular point. If I want to do shopping, I normally go to Naivas. You see, so Naivas has built a brand that people can trust. So you're supposed to build your own brand whereby people can be able to trust you and say, if I want a particular service, I will go to Sir John Mweri. If I want consultancy about accounting and financing and anything to do with the money market funds, I am going to Sir John Mweri or ex-Finop Accountancy and Insurance Consult. Because why? You trust the brand. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the second point. Let's go to the third point. Now, if you're still disputing with that particular fact, you can put it on the comment section as we continue. Now, the best value of money is in the present. Now, the best value of money is in the present. Now, we talk about time value of money. Time value of money is just simply how money changes with time. For example, in 10 years ago, the value of 1,000 Kenya shillings is not the same way right now. For example, what is the amount of item or the volume of items that 1,000 Kenya shillings could buy? It could buy a lot of items in 10 years ago. But right now, if you go to a supermarket with 1,000 Kenya shillings, there is no need for you to carry a paper bag. There are things that you can even put here and you walk away. But in 10 years ago, 1,000 could afford a lot of items. That is what we call time value of money. So, ladies and gentlemen, what am I trying to tell you here? That when you have that money right now, if you have 100,000 right now, if you have 200,000 right now, it is better invested right now than waiting to invest in 10 years to come or 5 years to come, because the best value of money is in the present. That money has more value right now than it has value in 5 years to come. Why am I saying that? And what is the biggest determinant of the time value of money is what we call inflation. Inflation is the gradual increase in prices of goods and services over time. For example, if you find that a piece of land is going to increase from 2 million to 2.5 million in the next 5 years, that is inflation, all right? If a liter of fuel is going to increase from 200 to 210 in the next 2 years, that is inflation. And other commodities that could increase in prices. So ladies, it's not even increase in prices, but also decrease in prices. So can determine a lot. So ladies and gentlemen, the best value of money is in the present. If you have 1 million, put in the money market fund account right now. It is best invested right now than waiting in 5 years, because it will have lost value. And talking in that particular point, our I think inflation rate right now is around 3.5%. So the best value of money is in the present, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the fourth point about facts that you cannot dispute about money is selling is the best way to look for money. You know, selling is the best way to become rich. And one of the best ways to look for money, selling. Selling is the best way to look for money. Now, selling is the best way to look for money. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you this, whether you like it or not. If you're not a seller, then it might become very hard for you to get money, because look at, in every situation, even in every business that we talk about, you have to have the aspect of selling. Even those people that you employ, you have to gauge whether they know how to sell. And selling it's a whole package that is going to entail a lot of things. How you welcome clients, how you talk to them, how you present your points, how you navigate through the conversation, how you present, for example, if look at these people who are going to sell you the phone or a product like a phone, they're going to tell you, this phone can be able to do this and this and that. We can demonstrate for you. If you go to a car, they are going to tell you this car is going to have this. And do you deal with facts when you are selling? Are you confident enough when you are selling? So if you don't have selling skills, then it becomes very hard for you to get some money. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get money and actually increase your income foundation, or probably have multiple streams of income, then you have to train yourself how to sell, because in every situation you have to sell. All right, now we normally say that if you cannot be able to sell, then you cannot become a good business person. If you cannot be able to sell, if you cannot sell anything to someone, you can even sell fear. Because look at insurance agents. Insurance agents normally sell you fear, and that's why you subscribe to the insurance policy. An insurance agent is going to tell you, now look at this. Let's deal with facts here. In the next 10 years, what if you are not there and your kids are still in school? Utawaachia nini? And then watakuambia in such a way that you feel, hey, this one is necessary. And then you are going to buy that particular policy. So if you can even sell fear. It's not about you sell product. You can sell fear. You can sell an idea that people can subscribe into. You can tell people, now this is the thing. Borake uko na facts, and someone sees that I can be able to make some money here. If you cannot be able to sell, ladies and gentlemen, then you cannot become even a rich person. And if you are not a seller, then you are not a business person. So ladies and gentlemen, selling is the best way to look for money. But in my next videos, I shall be making a lot more videos about selling, so that I can be able to tell you how you can do selling, how you can increase, how you can enhance it, and how you can improve so that you can increase your level of earning. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, going to number five, I have our second last point. Now, the first 5 seconds determines whether you're going to sell or not. So the first 5 seconds determines whether you sell or not. I hope you have a pen and a paper there, because I need you to write these points. You know, the first one was gradual growth is better than instant start. A piece of land is not a piece of bread. The best value of money is in the present. Selling is the best way to look for money and actually to become rich. All right. And now our fifth, the first 5 seconds determines whether you sell or not. Ladies and gentlemen, now, what do I mean by the first 5 seconds? Assuming that you have approached someone and you are an insurance agent and you want to sell, not even necessarily an insurance agent, but you are a sales guy and you want to sell this product, or you want to sell an idea. For example, you have approached someone and you want to tell them about money market funds. You have an investment idea that you want to tell the guy where you're going to benefit. Now, if you have this particular idea, and we are saying that the first 5 seconds determines whether that person is going to subscribe to your idea or whether you are going to sell or not. So this one, we are talking about the appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the appearance. How do you appear to people? And when I talk about appearance, it's not all about dressing. Now, dressing code is one of them. Because if you approach someone and actually you are dressed well and you look professional, they are going to listen to you, because you attract the attention. You catch their attention and they are going to listen to you. Now, that is not the only thing. Now, look at the confidence. How do you present yourself? Are you confident enough such that that person can look you into the eye and say, this person is serious? All right. So confidence, maintaining eye contact, and so on and so on. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be making these videos as we go along, because these are all things associated in looking for money. Now, the third thing that I can say is about the communication. How do you communicate to those people? Yeah, you know, if you have found someone like Joseph, excuse me, Joseph, my name is Sir John Murray. I'm a professional accountant with ex-FinOp Accountancy and Insurance Consultancy. Now, in our organization, we deal with so and so. For example, we normally guide people on how they can subscribe to money market funds, and we guide you through on how what money market fund is. Now, we have this exciting opportunity that you can be able to invest your money there and actually get some returns at the end of the year. Now, if you see something like that, you know, the professionalism, the way of talking to people, and actually you see that person is going to listen to you and, you know, get interested with what you are saying. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first 5 seconds determines whether you are going to sell or not, in terms of appearance, in terms of confidence, and thirdly, in terms of how you communicate, how you express yourself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the last point, number 6. Very few people succeed in entrepreneurship. Is that a fact or not? It is a fact. Go and look at the global figures and studies. Very few people succeed in entrepreneurship. Now, very few people succeed in entrepreneurship. And when I was explaining these particular points, I have told you that, for example, if you don't have patience in entrepreneurship, then you're not going to succeed. You'll probably close it down and say, now this thing is not giving me anything, because you don't have patience, because you didn't know that for a business to work, it needs some time. It needs to be given some time. For a business to work, you need to give it some time. You need to sell. You need to give it for the growth, for the brand to grow. And that's why I told you in my point number 1 that gradual growth is better than instant start. If you get a 20 million right now and start a business, you say, in the next 1 year, I want this business to be making a lot of money, then you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be depressed. You might even die. Ladies and gentlemen, you die of depression just knowing how money that you've poured in that particular business. But when you grow slowly by slowly, taking your time, after 5 years is when you see that your business is making a lot of profits. You are better off that person who started with a lot of money, and you're not depressed, and you have studied the dynamics of that particular business. Even when there is no money and there is no sales, you normally tell people, now relax. Everything is okay. This is how businesses behave. Right? I was listening to a podcast, and a guy was saying that They can even stay for 1 month without selling a car. All right. But do they care? Do they worry? They don't worry because they believe that is how the business is. They have studied the dynamics of the business. But someone who has never done a car business, and you stay 2 months without selling, and then you're going to close everything down because you do not know the dynamics of that particular business, or probably in furniture business and so on and so on. You have not studied the problems associated to that particular business, and therefore it becomes very hard for you to navigate through the challenges that comes along with that particular business. So, ladies and gentlemen, very few people succeed in entrepreneurship. And the first thing is not even about money. People have money to start businesses. Someone is just going to start a business with 1 million, but because of lack of time, patience, it's going to cost them a lot. Mimi nimekaa miezi 5 na hakuna profit hata moja by the way, do you know what? Let me tell you something. When you start a business, the first 5 months, it's not going to make you any profit because no one knows that your business exists. But with time, people will start realizing, actually, there is a restaurant there. We can go and take some tea there, So the first 5 months, at least first 5 months, I can guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, your business, it's not a must. It makes some profits for you. All right. Actually, the first 5 months, you are making losses. So when you're starting a business, you have to put it in your mind that actually, I need some money to make this business survive, because the first 5 months I might not be able to make profits. If you start a hotel business, you're most likely kumwaga hiyo chakula, because not everybody knows, and the level of trust is how the people are going to see you operating your business and so on and so on. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are the 6 undisputable facts about money. Now, if you dispute, then you put it on the comment section and see, what are you saying? What is your mind on, what is your opinion on these particular points that I've given you here? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is another reason that you should stay subscribed in this particular channel. This is the kind of information that we normally share in this particular channel. This information, you cannot get it in anywhere. All right, and therefore just hit the subscription button. Make sure that you turn on the notification bells so that anytime I upload a video, you're the first person to get that particular video. So that was my time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. See you on the next.